Hello, world, and welcome to Post Credits Commentary, a podcast where we make commentary post credits.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Allison.
Join us weekly as we give you our unfiltered opinions and hottest takes on recently watched films.
And spoiler alert, there will be spoilers.
Grab your popcorn, silence your phones, and let's roll the tape.
Welcome back, everybody. For this week's episode, we're going to be talking about a recent Netflix hit. So you don't have to go to the movies to listen to this review.
Watch this one at home.
And that is KPop Demon Hunters.
Whoop, whoop.
This movie follows the K-pop girl group trio Huntrix, who not only are they K-pop stars, they are also demon hunters. And we essentially follow them as they try to defeat a rival boy band called the Saja Boys, whose members are secretly demons.
Yep, that was good. I just want to point out we are a little behind on this. Personally, I watched this the weekend of its release. And we just haven't had a chance to talk about it. When did you watch it?
I also watched it right when it came out.
Yeah, so we aren't super behind, but we are behind on talking about it. I'll go first on initial thoughts. I think this is a really solid movie. Sony Animation does it again. The last thing I've seen of them is Across the Spider-Verse.
So that's why we haven't gotten the next Spider-Verse movie. So they were too busy working on this.
Yeah, they were making this one. But it kind of has the same vibe going on. I really like the animation. The music is really good, which is important because it's a center aspect of the movie. And I think the character work's really good too. I have gripes, which we will, of course, get into. But it was a really fun watch, and I think it rightfully is taking over the world. What are your thoughts on it?
I also quite like this movie. I am obviously a K-pop stan, so no surprise there. But I also, visually, it was quite nice to watch. Sound was pretty great. Yeah, I don't have many complaints about this one.
Good. Hop into the plot.
Oh, yes.
All right. So the movie opens with a quick explanation of where we are, a brief explanation of the lore. There's 3 demon hunters every generation that can use their voices to kind of seal the demon world. It's called the magical barrier that seals the demons off from the real world is called the Hanmoon. And we're introduced to our current group of hunters, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. And they want to strengthen it into the golden Hanmoon, which would be a final seal that would banish demons entirely. So the 3 girls are a K-pop girl group called Huntrix. And we are introduced to them as they are doing their tour. They beat up some demons, and everyone thinks it's part of the show, so nobody is concerned. And after that fight, we are introduced to Guima, which is the demon king, it would appear. And we're introduced to 5 demons that work together to make a K-pop boy band called the Saja Boys, led by a demon named Jinu.
Yeah, and so these the boy group debuts, and pretty quickly, these girls realize those are demons, and make it their mission to stop them, take them out. We also learned that Rumi has some demon marks.
Her father supposedly was a demon, with her mother being a demon hunter. That's established. And that one of the other previous demon hunters named Celine kind of raised Rumi as her own, and kind of told her not to worry about her demon marks because the golden Han moon would erase them forever.
But nobody else knows.
Nobody else knows
that she has these demon marks. Not even her bandmates.
So because of that, Rumi is stressed. She's really trying to get the golden Han moon to be complete so that she doesn't have these demon marks anymore. But that stress kind of just increases the efficiency of the demon marks, and she begins to lose her voice, so she can't sing. And because she can't sing, the Han moon that currently exists begins to weaken, and more demons are able to cross over, which then gives the Saja boys more power.
And then during this whole thing, Jinoo realizes, obviously she has these marks, and they kind of start to form this like a love-hate relationship, where like she's obviously trying to hunt him, he's obviously trying to destroy the Han moon. But at the same time, I think she is finding somebody that she relates to in a way for the first time. And he is also remembering that he wasn't always this demon,
So then, as Jinoo and Rumi get closer, they kind of hatch a little plan, in that at the Idol Awards, Jinoo would help Huntrix win the award and strengthen the golden Han moon. So like he would help the Saja boys kind of fall apart a little bit during their stay. Also worth mentioning that Huntrix is working on a new song for the Idol Awards called Takedown, which is meant to be kind of a demon diss piece, but Rumi is not having it because she sees the good in Jinoo. She also sees the good in herself as part demon, and Jinoo is helping her realize that there's good in herself.
And then I think during this time, Guima realizes that Jinoo is starting to get a little off focus, And so he has a talk with him. He's like, hey, remember why you're even here? And we learn that Jinoo gave up his family, left them in order to have a life full of wealth and creature comforts that Guima had promised him. Which I think is part of what he feels guilty about.
So then they kind of set a trap for Huntrix as demons kind of merge into their producer, Bobby, and they stage a kidnapping of Bobby. So Mira and Zoe chase after him, leaving Rumi on stage alone, and then two demons posing as Mira and Zoe reveal to the world that Rumi has demon marks, which is like her biggest fear come to life. Also, something worth noting is that she does get her voice back while interacting with Jinoo. After a while, she realizes to accept herself, and that gives her voice back. But her biggest fear comes to life. Mira and Zoe are surprised to see that Rumi has not shared this secret with them, and they draw their weapons because all demons are bad. And the trio break up.
Yeah. And then Rumi confronts Jinu for tricking her, and then he admits he lied to her about his past. Oh, sorry. And then we get to what is hopefully the Saja Boys' last performance, that will finally take down the Han Moon. Right?
The Sacha Boys? Oh, to like destroy the Han Moon?
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
see what you're saying. Yeah, take down. I see.
To destroy the Han Moon.
I mean, I think it would have been either way, their final performance, because everyone was going to die.
Well, that's a fair point.
It's also their best performance, just saying. But we'll get there.
And then at the same time, Rumi confronts Celine, who is one of the original hunters, previous generation of hunters, about why she couldn't just love her for who she was. Why did she have to make this whole thing to where she had to hide herself?
Yep. And then she has this really good line where she's like, if this is the Han Moon that we're saving, I'm glad it's being destroyed, because she sees the good, like I keep saying, she sees the good in Jinu, she sees the good in herself, and Celine just looks at her with disgust as part demon. So she disappears, and she interrupts the Saja Boys' final performance, which pretty much everyone in the entire city has gone to see, including the two other members of Huntrix. Guima kind of talks to all of them and makes them fall under his spell and convince them that he can set them free. Mira is having kind of relationship troubles with the group. She just wants a family. She thought Huntrix was it, but Rumi lying really threw her for a loop. And Zoe thinks she's annoying and too much. And when Mira breaks up with her, then that's how Guima gets into Zoe's head there. But Rumi interrupts that final performance with another great song, kind of breaking everyone's trance. And then we have a final battle between all of the characters, ultimately ending with Jinu sacrificing himself for Rumi, much to Rumi's dismay. But Jinu grants her parts of his soul that remain, which gives her more power to then defeat Guima and creating a new Han Moon. Which is not a golden Han Moon, correct? This is just another Han Moon?
Yeah, I think it's just like a new Han Moon.
Yeah. And Rumi's marks don't go away, which makes sense because it's not a golden Han Moon.
But she does reconcile with the other members of Huntrix.
And finally, accepting herself, go out and they meet their fans in public. And then we see a final shot of the tiger and bird that we have not talked about yet. But we will.
The derpy cat.
So that's basically a pretty quick plot breakdown. All you need to know up to this point. So now we're going to hop in with our good, our bad, our middle of the road. We're going to start with the good. I think this will have the most stuff in it. So, Allison, what's good about this movie?
There are a lot of good things about this movie. I appreciated the way they represented K-pop. I feel like the culture was definitely there. Even the way like they had the Saja Boys like debut in like that public like park area, like that's a very K-pop thing to do. Have like a really small like just like a public show when you debut a new group, especially like classic K-pop. And then also the way they were doing like meetups and everything. They knew their stuff. Like the writers and the directors, obviously K-pop stans.
That it?
For now.
All right. My biggest good is the soundtrack.
Well, yes.
And not necessarily the original soundtrack, although that's also quite good, but the K-pop songs that they wrote for this are so freaking catchy. They're so good.
Wow. Welcome to K-pop.
Specifically, I'm going to call out two, but they're all quite good. Golden is my favorite song from the entire movie. I think Golden is a really tough song to sing. I give credit to the singer. I'm sorry, I don't know who Rumi's singing voice was. Give credit to them. They crushed it. And then the second best song is Your Idol, which is the final Saja Boy song, which is also outstanding.
Sorry. I agree. I think the soundtrack is pretty great. I will say, like, me personally, I've listened, like, outside of this to more boy group K-pop artists. And so, like, the Saja Boys songs, like, even though they were all in English, like, it felt very K-pop. The Soda Pop song, that's 100%. Like, that chorus could have been in a real life K-pop song, like that, like a catchy chorus that makes sense. It would be in English even for like a real K-pop group. The chorus would probably be in English, but and it'd be about something like that probably an American artist wouldn't say. You're my soda pop. You know, it's a little cheesy, whatever. A little cutesy. But it's very K-pop. But when it comes to the girl groups' songs, they feel less like real girl group songs. They're definitely way more intense. The vocals are way more... Like, I feel like a lot of K-pop girl groups are, like, also very cutesy. Like, they don't go as hard as Huntrix does. But still great songs.
Yeah, Huntrix goes hard because they're trying to save the world.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
They're not just K-pop stars. They're also Demon Hunters. I feel like the one thing I kept thinking while watching this was that I wished it wasn't just a movie. I wished it was a series. Like, it felt like a series.
There might be a series coming.
I have heard this. I don't know if it's like the characters or like the direction of the story. I don't know. It just felt like a TV show. And I kind of wished it was. I wish I got a little more. The boys are great. They looked great. I liked that. They, the artists based them off of real K-pop stars. See, I just thought of something mid, but I can't say it. But it relates to this.
Right. Just Write it down.
Did it stop storming? Okay, what other goods do you have?
Another good. I think the characters are very real and very well written. Specifically, Jinu and Rumi's relationship, I really bought. And their song "Free" is a great climax of their relationship, and it really does. It makes Rumi's story specifically really make sense with how they chose to go her route. Her relationship with Jinu is the reason that she begins to accept herself as a demon or part demon, because she sees that not all demons are bad here, right?
Yeah, and I also do like I feel like it's a message that is often represented, but just a message of accepting yourself, the good parts and the bad, or what you perceive as bad.
Yep. But I think it's important when you're doing that to also realize the others that you see yourself in, right? And it's easy to say be yourself, but if a part of you, everyone else you view that shares that bit of you is doing bad things with that bit of you, you're always going to think that part of you is bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
So having the ability to see someone with that piece of you doing
right,
not terrible things with it, will help you, realize yourself.
Yeah.
Even sooner, I guess. So I really bought that. Mira and Zoe are also great. Personally, I like Zoe a little bit more than Mira. I know a lot of people are Mira fans out there. I thought Mira was the least interesting of the three.
I feel like Mira and Zoe felt more like a pair almost, and I think it's obviously because we were getting the main story from what's her face?
Rumi.
Yeah, we were getting the main story from Rumi, and so a lot of times when we'd see the other two, they were kind of together. But I thought they were very funny. They definitely brought some comedic relief.
Yes. I will also say I appreciated how all three girls had very distinct personalities as well. The three of them did not feel like the same individual, which is great.
I think part of that is also sort of how it is with K-pop groups, even with the boy group.
Yep.
They kind of make each person kind of has a role, so to speak. But they definitely, that came across in this. Even with the boy group, which we don't get as much individual personalities, sort of, but they definitely have the classic K-pop things. You have the heartthrob, you have the lead.
Any other goods?
I don't know. Do you have any other goods?
I do.
What?
I think the plot here is also really solid and really well written, because I think there were some twists in there that I did not expect. The most notable twist, I think, the first twist was when Jinu saves Rumi from being seen by the teammates. I was like, oh, interesting. That's a take. Because I think when I started watching, I heard really good things so far. It had been out for 2 days by the time I got around to watching it. And I was hearing good things. And when it started, I thought I knew where we were going. I thought it was going to be a very simple even before, I thought it was going to be a very simple, like, black and white movie.
Yeah.
And it ended up not being a black and white movie, and I do really appreciate that from it. And I know it's easy to say, like, it's an animated movie, so it's a kids movie, and therefore kids movies can't be like difficult or to understand or like complex or anything like that, which I do not believe in the slightest. But I did think it was a kids movie coming in,
Oh, I see.
and I was surprised by what it gave me. I'll put it that way.
That's a hot take from you.
What?
Just like against yourself that you
What?
thought it was a kids movie.
I did think it was a
'Cause
kids
You
movie.
usually don't judge an animated movie as a kids movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Based on, I think what I saw of the trailer it focused more on it being just a battle against demons.
I
And I
see.
was like, okay.
See, for me going into it, I didn't see a trailer for it. But I thought it was going to be more anime-like, which I don't come from me, internet. Not a huge anime fan. So I was pleasantly surprised when it wasn't like that. It's just like regular animation, really. But I think the plot was good. Nothing really surprised me, but it definitely wasn't like a simple plot. I don't know. I think I just keep going. This is a mid. I keep going back to. I wish it was a TV series, to where we see like a little more like back and forth between Huntrix and the Saja Boys, and it builds a little more to the final thing or something, maybe.
Hold that thought. Any more goods? Okay, I have another good. I have a lot of goods. This movie's good.
It is. I didn't write it down.
We have to talk about the tiger. and the
Oh
bird.
yeah, I totally forgot about the tiger and the bird, the derpy cat.
The tiger and the bird are like easily the best part of this movie. Just kidding.
I was gonna say, all right, they're funny, but like, okay.
They bring some very nice humor to certain scenes, and the ongoing gag with the tiger specifically is just hilarious, with knocking over the vase and trying to pick it up. And they use that gag to build tension in a later scene. That was so smart. Like that was such good writing that we as the audience know that cat is going to want to pick up that vase. But that cat should be hidden. Like that tiger should not come out and fix the vase. But we know he's going to want to. And that added some great tension to that scene too, because we don't want Mira to see him, right? Because then Mira asks the questions. I also just cannot get over that Genu made a hat for this cat that fit this bird perfectly. Seems a little suspicious if you ask me. I feel like he made the hat for the bird. I'm just going to say it. But no, they were great and well used as like the messenger, but also used later because Genu has a connection to them. Also used to show how far under Guima's influence Genu is later, because the tiger comes up and like nudges him and he just ignores them. So like they worked as a bit of humor, but they also used them to build tension, and then on top of that show character development in the negative direction for one of the characters. And I just think that's a genius use of, I guess, really side characters. Like that's a good use of side characters.
Wow. Take notes, writers of the world.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they were great. I will say the cat is a little unsettling for me to look at sometimes. Like his face is.
I mean, if I saw that cat in real life, I'd probably be terrified. I'm not gonna lie. But animated wise,
Yeah, but I think that was also kind of the point. Like even when she first sees the cat and the bird, like it's a little. They seem just slightly out of place, and I think that's on purpose.
yep.
Any other goods?
I do have another good.
How many more do you have?
I think this is the last one, unless I think of something else.
Okay.
The animation in this movie is stellar,
Yes.
which shouldn't come as a surprise considering they just did the Spider-Man movies.
And still are, apparently.
Yeah, which don't expect the Spider-Man movies if you haven't seen this movie yet, because it's not on the same level. But
Yeah, no, it's not like that mix of different type of animation.
yeah,
But it's still very vibrant.
it is super vibrant. It's really good. The part that really stood out to me was the Soulja Boy's final performance. The third act, when Huntrix falls apart and Guima has kind of taken over the entire city, the animation for all of that, the lighting, all of that, the darkness is so good. And then Soulja Boy's come up, and I was watching, and I was like, the song is good. The animation is good. The lighting on that stage is great. The dancing they're doing is good, which all comes down to animation. The move the Soulja Boys do, where they like let their body fall and then they catch themselves and then slide back into position, but the way the camera moves with it is so good. Like, that is so good. And it just, I was sitting there watching that and I was like, they have me. If I were there, I would be, my soul would have been taken.
Wow.
As I bought everything in that third act onwards. I thought it was phenomenal.
So you're a Soulja Boy stan.
I might be,
Wow.
because
Who's your bias?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, he's not a stan yet, people. Okay.
So, but besides the third act, there's a lot of good use of color here.
So much good use of color.
Yeah. The demons are vibrant and colorful. The cat is super colorful.
Yeah, but also like whenever we go back to meet like Guima, we kind of lose. We lose some color. Things get more like muted.
Yeah. I really like the design of the demons in this one. Like, they weren't really that scary.
No, not at all.
They were like,
Maybe so, like sometimes the eyes obviously looked a little like demon eyes, but like the addition of like the stripes, the markings.
they were what I'm going to assume. Maybe this is a bad assumption, but they looked to me like old Korean folktale demons. Like, if I had to guess, I would say that's what they're based off of.
Yeah, I think I obviously am a minimally cultured white girl, so take my opinions as you will. But I do think there are a lot of, from what small things I do know, there are a lot of things in this movie that do like incorporate some like I think pretty heavy cultural things, but they do it in like subtle ways, which I think is really good.
Of course, I just looked it up here. Their version, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but all the Soulja Boys are dressed up as the
traditional
Korean Grim Reapers.
and like the black robe with the hat and everything.
Who's a calm, respectful guide who leads the dead into the afterlife. So, also, in that same thing in that final, like, they're in their demon form and not their human form, which was also a very good choice when it came to the animation. So I'm a huge fan of the animation here. I think Sony Animation is one of the better animation studios out right now, dare I say.
I'd agree with that.
I'll have to look at
They take forever, but
what
yeah.
they've most recently done here.
I think it's a little wild that I think it's a little wild, but also not at the same time that this was just a Netflix release. Like I think it could have been a theater release, and maybe I don't know whether we get a TV show in the future or if we get a second movie. But I mean, it'll obviously still be through Netflix, but I think it's good enough for a theater release. I understand why they don't with this one. Obviously, it's the first one. People, I don't think, heard a lot about it until it popped up in their Netflix, but what?
Sony Animation is responsible for the Smurf movie.
Are you serious? Jesus Christ.
After I just went crazy about how good Sony Animation
You
is.
might want to redact that statement.
No, it's out there now.
What? I haven't even looked up. What is the Smurfs review on Rotten Tomatoes?
It's bad. It's what you think it is.
I knew it was going to be bad because let me tell you, people, this is a tangent. I'm sorry. I saw this trailer for the Smurfs movie in theater for the first time, and I looked to the people I'm sitting with, and I'm like, that was bad, right? Because it's so bad. It's like multiple different animation styles, but not in a good way. This is not Spider-Verse. This is like the Willy Wonka experience version of Spider-Verse. It does not work well. It does not fit together. And then, like, sure, Rihanna is in it playing Smurfette. We love Rihanna, but when Smurfette speaks, it does not sound like her. It sounds like Rihanna. It's just, it doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. Have I seen the movie? No. Take that as you will. But
Do you want to take a guess?
at the Rotten Tomatoes, is the critic or the audience
The
score?
critic score.
The critic score, 33.
No.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Oh God. 18.
No.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
22.
Lower.
21.
Lower.
20.
Yep.
A 20%. Is the audience score higher?
Yes.
By a lot? Is it below 50?
No.
Below 75?
Yes.
All right. So, apologies for that tangent. What else has Sony done?
Surf's Up. Open season.
Oh gosh.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
What have they done lately? Just Spider-Verse? And Smurfs?
The five most recent Sony animation movies are, and I quote, Fixed, which at the time of recording has come out today. Its release date was today, August 13th, 2025.
Is it also Netflix?
It is also Netflix. It's about a dog.
A dog?
Yeah.
All right. Great plot. What else? What are the other four?
KPop Demon Hunters, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Hotel Transylvania, Transformania,
Oh, interesting.
and Vivo,
What? All right. That's fine. You don't need to explain.
which also came out on Netflix. Lin-Manuel Miranda did the music.
Oh.
Then Wish Dragon, which I've literally never heard of. The Mitchells and the Machines. The Angry Birds movie.
All right. I think you need to redact your statement.
Peter Rabbit. Wow. What a movie. Oh my God. The Emoji Movie.
With Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds is not in this movie.
Who's the main person?
TJ Miller.
Same guy. All right, so we're gonna redact that statement.
I refuse.
You're
They-
sticking to
They
it.
are
Smurfs?
great.
The Smurf is great.
I just think it'll be funny when people listen and hear my recognition as to what I just said.
I think Sony, when they really put the effort in,
When they really try.
amazing. When they're just trying to make a buck, it looks like they're trying to make a buck.
Yep. So I do think that's my last good. So now
Was that good?
So now we'll move on to the bad. Do you have any bads?
Bads. I feel like most of mine fall in the mid-range.
Okay.
There's nothing about this that I absolutely didn't like. Yeah, so I'll save mine for the mids.
All right. I do have a bad.
Ooh.
In fact, I hate it.
What?
And it is the reason that I ended up giving the score that I did, because I think it's a better movie than the score that I gave. I really do. However, this ending, I'm cutting that out. This piece of the film single-handedly made me so unnecessarily angry
Okay.
that I just refuse. I cannot give it a higher score.
Please elaborate.
And that would be the death of Genu is... I'm going to say it. It's not earned. I don't care. It's not earned.
Okay.
It is not earned. So let me explain why. I think Hollywood has a very bad habit of teaching people that they cannot change. Because a lot of redemption arcs that happen in movies result in the one who is eventually redeemed dying. And I hate that.
Yes.
Because I think it teaches the wrong lesson. Just once, I would love to see a great redemption arc done without the person being redeemed dying. The most recent one I can think of is Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
All right. What?
Name me one that has happened since Avatar: The Last Airbender. Name me a good one.
Loki.
I'll allow it.
See? Thank you. That one slapped.
That one is a good one. It's rushed, but it's a good one. Like, it's not rushed, but it is rushed. If the Loki TV series didn't exist,
Well, that's a different
yes,
story.
but it does exist.
Yeah.
So I'll allow it. Loki's a good one. We'll see what happens in Doomsday. If they kill this man.
As long as it's not in a sacrificial way, it still counts.
Yeah. So it really bothered me. And I understand that the point of the death. Like, I get the point. I get the point was that he was redeemed, so now he wants to put him, like, he wants to save Rumi. I understand that. It just drives me insane that that's how we chose to do this. Like, I'm not shocked it occurred, because that's just what I think we all as audience members have been expected, or what we have been told to expect when it comes to redemption arcs.
Do you think anybody should have died?
I am okay with the other demons dying. Like Abby and Baby and them. Because I think the whole time they have shown that they didn't really care to change their ways. However, I think that Genu, you can say whatever you want, but I believe that Genu betrayed Rumi at the end because Guima got in his head. And that is the only reason. I don't think he willingly betrayed her.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I think Rumi knows that. And I think Rumi did ultimately want to save him. Here's the other thing. I don't care. They didn't even have to be a thing. They could have been really good friends. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care. I'm not mad because they didn't get in a relationship or anything. Even if they were friends, I still do not think Genu dying is the safe route to go. Mm-hmm. And I think it would have been cooler and better if they if they did. I don't know how the ending would have played out. But maybe my other bad is that I don't really like the ending either. I think it's kind of underdeveloped. I think it happens a little fast. Specifically the final fight. I think I would have liked to.
Yeah. See, I see this also why I think it would have been better as a show.
I still don't know if I need it to be a full show.
Not like a huge show, 30-minute episodes, maybe 6 of them.
Still don't know if I need that. I just probably a little more time at the end. Maybe 20 minutes would have been enough. It's an hour 30. And it's still very good for being an hour 30. When I just think about could it be better? The answer I think is yes.
Yeah.
By not having Genu die at the end, first of all. And then second of all, probably having a better finale. Because I understand that the finale happens so fast because Genu sacrifices himself. Like I said, I get that. But I just don't think any of that should have happened. So. Why couldn't Genu just fight Weema with Huntrix? That would have been great. And then we're telling the story that it doesn't matter what you've done in your past, how you're acting now, and who you are now. And accepting who you are now is what they were setting up with him, I think, works with the overall theme of the movie. And then they just killed him, which obviously I'm not over because I will not stop yelling about it. But
yeah, I wonder, especially hearing talks that they're gonna continue on doing something else with this. Maybe he's not actually dead.
Maybe. If he comes back, I'd be a little confused.
I mean, he's a demon. Do demons really die?
But we see his soul go into Rumi, do we not? I feel like we do. Mm-hmm. At time of recording, it's been a while, so pardon us if we get some details wrong. But I'm pretty sure his soul goes into Rumi.
I don't know, man. Demons crazy.
But I also do think it's interesting. Two of the Saja boys are technically still alive. We don't see them. We see three of them specifically die. Abby, Mystery, and Genu all specifically die. But they could come back.
But they didn't give their souls up, though.
That's true. Only Genu did. Maybe. If they do a sequel, I find it very hard to believe that Genu won't be in it.
Right? Yeah.
But
maybe he'll just be a ghost now.
Maybe they could go when the question I guess is when they say sequel, do they mean the story of the next generation of Demon Hunters?
Right,
or do they just mean this group goes on another adventure?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I could see either way. Or is it a prequel? I don't know.
Prequel would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
See how this all started.
So that and the ending are my two big bigs. Sorry.
Your big bads?
My two big bads.
So we can get into the mids now?
So yeah, because you don't have any bads.
All right. Yeah, I didn't really hate a lot about this. It's fine as is. There's some mids though, things that I would have liked more of or less of. One of them is I kept trying to think which of the members from the Saja Boys is my favorite. Okay, I kept coming back to Genu, but I think that's because it's the only one like we really got some substance from. Like, yeah, we understand the roles that each of them played in the band, but like we didn't actually know anything about them. So I feel like I can't say that I liked any of them. So I wish there was some more development of some of those characters.
You said that's a mid, though?
Yeah, like
Interesting.
it also goes back to the thought where I wish it was a TV show, because I feel like we would have gotten some little side things about these characters.
I understand that they didn't want to repeat the same character arcs for like all of the characters on screen, but I did think specifically the scene where they're signing things together. I think that was that was an interesting scene, because I do think they interacted the most, like all of them together, and they didn't really seem like they like despised each other.
Yeah.
So then it's like, were we thinking of having Zoe and Mira realize demons aren't all terrible? Like, what was the plan with that?
Or like,
was it cut?
or like promoting an ending where the Saja boys like band together with Huntrix to defeat Guima or something. I don't know.
I just remembered something.
What?
I believe I read somewhere that the original cut for this movie was 3 hours.
Oh.
And the reason I'm bringing this up now is just because we just talked about it. But if the original cut was 3 hours and they already know they're doing a K-pop Demon Hunters 2, what are the odds this becomes just like a first half of a greater story?
Oh, that'd be crazy. Maybe that might make sense with the ending, because it kind of does feel like a movie split into two. Like, this would kind of be how they would end it. I don't know.
I wonder how much stuff was cut earlier. Like, was that always the finale, or was that like a halfway point finale? Like, or is this, yeah, I don't know.
I hope we don't have to wait as long as Spider-Verse to find out, though.
We probably will.
They gotta have a lesser budget for a Netflix film. They're not the Russo brothers.
That's true. Neither is Spider-Verse, though.
But that's not a Netflix film.
Fair. That's true.
That was a dig at the Electric State.
Yes, I got it. I figured it out now. Okay, what other mids do you have?
It's should have written these down.
Told you to.
Yeah, I know.
You were okay. You were talking about the boys when you thought of your first one, but I'm going to assume that was what you just said about them, how they don't, which I agree with. That's a good one. I probably would put that in bad.
It wasn't, I don't know, enough.
But also maybe not. Because when I think about the movie, when I think about the movie, I don't,
like, they're not the main characters.
right. Like, I think of Ginu and Rumi, and it works without everyone else having a real story.
Right. So like, I get it. Like, it's fine without this extra stuff, but I still would have liked extra stuff.
No, that's fair. Especially when you consider the tiger and bird are, as I stated, better use of secondary characters.
Yeah.
Than
Crazy.
Band members. Like, the band members just kind of become henchmen by the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just named henchmen.
Can't remember my other mids. What are your mids? Do you have any mids?
Probably. Oh, I did have a mid. The opening sequence to me is
With the plane?
yeah, and it's not the song, because I really like the song, and it's not even the action, because I think the action across the board is pretty good in this movie, but I think the opening was just animated in a way that like I was uncomfortable when they were eating their food.
Oh.
Like when I started it, knowing very little about it, I was watching this sequence and I was like, what am I watching? Like I literally said that out loud. I was like, oh, this is odd. That we're like it the beginning just made me uncomfortable, and then we switch it around and like it gets really good. And I don't really notice a lot of that. Like I didn't notice a lot of that sort of animation style later. Like it just kind of feels like a first act thing, which I think is
Yeah, that's a little
a little
weird.
bit of an outlier.
It was like very like Cartoon Network-y.
Yeah, like it was, I don't know.
Like the Powerpuff Girls or something. Or like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Like I guess you could say it was stylized, I guess. But it doesn't really stay stylized the whole time.
Yeah.
I prefer the animation in the second and third acts over the first act. But it wasn't enough because it gets better later. It wasn't enough where I was like, boy, I hated that opening.
Did it go back to that when after they had performed and they were like trying to relax in their hotel room or whatever?
I don't think so.
'Cause I was wondering if maybe they do it when they're like not having to be demon hunters and not having to be K-pop stars and maybe just themselves. We get this more basic animation. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But you know who does do it is the doctor scenes are like
The what?
the doctor scenes
Oh.
when they go visit the doctor. That's another point where it's like it's insanely aggressive animation. Which is fine. Some people like that. It's not for me. But it doesn't do it enough to warrant like any points off or anything for me. It's just like I view that as a strange choice, but I've seen some people laughing at it. So
Do you always not like that type of animation?
I would say probably.
Like it's like the it's like SpongeBob. Sometimes they do that like super realistic almost like
The super realistic stuff does also creep me out. I hate that. I would say the best example is, I think, and this is why I think it might be stylized, is because Turning Red also did this a few times, and I didn't like it there either.
I don't know that I can think of what you're thinking of.
I don't remember where, I just remember it happening.
Okay. I'll rewatch.
But it's just like overly, in my opinion, overly aggressive animation. I don't need it. Like it's not for me. I don't hate it. I just am like, okay. Hence why it's a mid.
I see. I think I just don't know what overly aggressive means.
Go watch the opening.
Okay.
When they're eating the food. Go back and watch when they're eating the food, and you'll see exactly what I mean.
Okay.
Or the doctor. The doctor's a way better example. Like when his eyes get humongous as he's staring into people's soul. Exaggerate is probably the better word. That. I can see it.
Yeah, that's like SpongeBob. All right, I see what you're saying. Don't be scared. It's okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. If it's like for shock value or I don't
It
know.
might be. But anyway, yeah, that's a mid. So, you have any more mids?
I don't think so.
Wow. Okay, well, if there's any other final lingering thoughts.
Like final verdict.
Before the final verdict, do you have like any more thoughts that
No.
no more thoughts? I also think I've said everything I want to say about this movie, so we can go ahead into our final verdict. Would you like to start?
Yes. Final verdict. A pretty solid movie. Visually great to look at for the most part. The songs were great. No complaints there. And I will say, I know it sounds like a crazy title. K-pop Demon Hunters. Both of those things, very niche. And even I was like, I don't know how much I'm going to like this. It says Demon Hunters. That seems kind of stupid. But it's not. That's not like... Whatever you're thinking it is, it's not that. And even if you're not into K-pop, Ian's not a K-pop stan.
True.
It's still pretty great, you know? It's probably even easier because, you know, the songs are in English and everything, so, like, there's nothing about it that you wouldn't understand. So if you haven't watched it, because it didn't seem like something you would like, I highly recommend it. I'm trying to pull up what rating I gave it. I gave it a 3.5.
Wow. Interesting.
Why do you seem so shocked?
I don't know. I thought it would be higher.
I think I originally gave it a 4. But then when I was looking at some of the other movies that I've given a 4, I like them more.
Mm-hmm.
It's my top 3.5. So like it's very close to the 4, but yeah. I keep coming back to I wish it was a TV show. Like so many things about it, I wish it was a TV show. That's really probably my final thought about it. It's great, but I wish it was a TV show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My turn for final verdict. Basically everything Allison said. It's a really solid film. I actually think the film itself is probably better than really solid. It's probably a great film in and of itself. However, I take a few issues with the ending specifically, which feels like a letdown in my opinion for what they were building up. And also, I think it just concludes a little too easily. But with all that said, I had a great time. I'm obsessed with the music. It is on my Spotify playlist. And like I said at the beginning of the episode, I think it deserves to be taking over the world, which it's doing. But because of the ending and the death, I have to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. So, together, that would be a 3.75 out of 5.
Which we can just round to a 4.
It's a pretty good movie, guys. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, would strongly recommend.
especially for a Netflix movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that part does blow my mind.
So, if there's no more thoughts on the movie, we'll go ahead and go into our segment for today. Today, we're going to do some trailer talk.
Woo!
We have 3 movies that dropped trailers within the last week or so. All 3 of which we're going to see, or will see at some point, and do episodes on, I believe. So we'll go ahead and jump in. Do you have one specifically you want to start with?
I would like to start with one that I've been hyped for since it was announced, but I don't know anybody else that's been hyped for it.
Me.
Not at first.
No, I meant me. Like, I am not hyped for it.
Well, it's fine.
She was adding me.
I was adding everybody. I haven't talked to anybody. Anyways, and that is Marty Supreme. This is is starting to become a trend. Every December around Christmas, Timothy Chalamet likes to release a movie. And this year it's Marty Supreme. Next year it will be Dune. So, last year it was
A complete unknown.
A Complete Unknown. So,
Well, I thought you said nothing. You just stared at me, and I got it.
because I knew you would remember, because you were there. And not to mention, both of those were up for Best Picture for Oscar in there. Well, the one is in the future, but it probably will also be. Anyways, maybe this one will be. But Marty Supreme, I don't want to say false words.
Can you tell the audience what Marty Supreme is about?
That's what I'm
Oh, great.
going for.
Apologies.
Say wrong things.
No, that's good, because I also don't know what this is about.
So, coming straight from it, the first overview that it gives you tells you nothing, all right? Marty Masser, a young man with a dream no one respects, goes to hell and back in pursuit of greatness.
Wow.
Tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
What it is really about, that's crazy. Okay. They're keeping it pretty tight-lipped. But it's about ping pong. It is officially a sports adventure comedy drama. I think the trailer gives off all of that. Ping pong is the sport. And just coming from that, I think you can expect it's going to be a bit humorous, but also drama.
I will now go on record saying that I thought this was a golf movie up until I saw the trailer. That at the time of recording, 8/13, August 13th, it was released earlier today.
It is not. When it was first announced, I thought it was going to be a biopic, but it is not officially a biopic, but it is inspired by the life of a professional ping pong player named Marty Reisman. But it's loosely based off of his career, but it's not a retelling.
A fictionalized original.
There we go. Which I'm kind of glad about, because with A Complete Unknown, that was a biopic, and it wasn't terrible, but it lacked for me a bit. And I think this So when I saw this was announced, I was a little nervous about Timmy doing another biopic.
But it's not one.
But it's not a biopic. And from the trailer, I feel like I could tell there's a little more like heart to it. Like there's some intense moments. I think it's going to be way better than A Complete Unknown, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Interesting fun fact, according to Deadline, it has a $70 million budget, which surpasses Civil War as A24's most expensive film.
Whoa. Still got to see. No, we saw that.
Yeah, we saw Civil War.
Okay. I was thinking of something else.
I really like Civil War.
So did I.
Fun fact, for those listening.
I think it was in my top 5 last year.
So if it's anything like Civil War, I might be a fan.
I think it's going to be pretty good, and I'm pretty hyped for it.
I'll be honest, I didn't love this trailer. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I didn't love the trailer. I didn't hate the trailer. I don't think it did anything to excite me about seeing it. But I also know that, like, we are seeing it anyway for the podcast. So.
Sorry, I just read a comment about the movie on Reddit. And the person just says, shout out to Timmy for finding the only sport where he could conceivably play a pro athlete.
That's true.
Jesus Christ. Really gotta give Lucy the drug.
Steaks.
The only thing I didn't like about the trailer was that Timmy's gonna have a mustache. Not a mustache. A unibrow.
Yeah, that was awful.
Not really hyped about that.
The cast isn't terrible too. The cast is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm being straight up, I'm most excited for Gwyneth Paltrow because I don't think I've actually seen her in anything that isn't Marvel.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like she's been in rom-coms and stuff.
I don't do rom-coms.
All right. That's fair.
I find rom-coms like so remarkably unrealistic that they make me angry.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
But just because I haven't seen Love at First Sight doesn't mean you out there listening can't have it.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So we'll see if they release another trailer that can get me excited. As for right now, I'm just like, I don't know. My excitement level is probably like a 2.5. It's just like...
Yeah, I mean, I will say the trailer was a little vague still on what it's fully about.
Yeah, like I would love to know what's going on. Like, what is this movie? What is the story?
It's about ping pong.
That's all I've heard numerous times, and I just would like to know.
That's all you need to know.
No, it is not.
It's Timothée Chalamet, and he's playing ping pong, and he has a unibrow. What more could you want? And there's Gwyneth Paltrow.
I would like an orange ping pong ball.
Well, they showed you that.
They did talk about it in the trailer. You're right.
So there you go.
Which is when I thought they were specifically talking like this movie was about the birth of the orange ping pong ball. However, that is
It might be.
supposedly not the case. But what do I know?
It seemed like he was showing them the benefits of an orange ball.
But I guess if it is like if it's a fictionalized whatever I said,
Fictionalized.
but not a
original.
biopic, then it's just gonna be like a made up story of this one dude's life.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I know nothing about this man. So why did we?
He plays ping pong.
Yeah, like why did we decide this man was worthy enough?
I don't know. Because he plays ping pong.
Why was he worthy enough for a movie? I guess we'll find out
Maybe that's the whole plot.
on December 25th, which was when it releases in theaters. All right, moving on to Him. Produced by Jordan Peele, of course, not directed by Jordan Peele. Him is a sports horror film coming up, directed by Justin Tipping. What has Justin Tipping done?
I just looked at the runtime for this one. It's only going to be 1 hour and 36 minutes. That seems a little crazy, especially for how intense this trailer looks.
Yeah, so this trailer looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I am so on board with this movie.
That's crazy, considering it's a horror movie.
Yeah, but like I don't think I actually hate horror movies anymore.
Just the bad ones. The cheesy ones.
No, cheesy I might not even be mad at cheesy ones.
Would you hate weapons?
Because cheesy ones are less scary. I don't know. I've heard a bad review of weapons, and I tend to trust that person's opinion on movies. We typically agree on most movies. Most. More than 90%.
This is a complete tangent, but when the weapons trailer came out, I was really intrigued by it. But seeing reviews now about the amount of people who are like, yeah, that's terrifying, makes me not want to see it because I don't like scary movies.
I've heard it's very funny.
Nothing about the trailer for that movie comes off as funny.
I know. I've heard it's hilarious.
Like, it comes off more as like a thriller with some scary stuff.
But
was it funny to this person that didn't like it, or to other people?
We actually didn't talk about that.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
We didn't talk about the humor. But this person had also heard that it was funny going in.
Oh.
So.
Expectations not met.
Well, expectations not met with the end of the film. That's all I'll say.
And that's fine.
He did not feel like the mystery was paid off well.
I see.
Anyway,
but
on to him, which
him
also clearly has some mystery going on.
Was this movie originally supposed to come out last December? Jordan Peele was supposed to have a movie come out at Christmas.
Yes, I saw that. However, I don't know if this counts.
No.
Like, this is not technically a Jordan Peele movie. It's a Jordan Peele produced movie.
Oh, I see. So probably not the same one.
He has one on the schedule for next year, so I wonder if
probably that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so if people seem to be confused, and honestly, it's the marketing's fault because they're putting Jordan Peele everywhere.
Yeah.
But like, if you're expecting like Get Out, Us, or Nope, you're not going to get that. This is something different. But Jordan Peele is taking his reputation. He's putting it on the line with this film. So I do think it's going to be good. Like, I think the fact that his name is attached at all is exciting. He wanted to be attached with weapons, which is generally, a very well-respected horror movie done recently.
But what is him about?
Him is about an up-and-coming football player who's invited to train at an isolated compound of a dynasty team's aging quarterback. Think the GOAT.
Ew. Don't even say that.
It's like this universe's version of the GOAT.
Disgusting.
And that quarterback takes this protege on a blood-chilling journey into the inner sanctum of fame, desire, power, and the pursuit of excellence at all costs.
Yeah, so essentially, it seems like the question for this movie is, how far will you go to get what you want?
Mm-hmm. I'm a little bit concerned that the plot is obvious based on the trailers.
Yeah, especially after seeing this runtime of 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what more could they give us, like, twist-wise?
Yeah.
I can't say I know how it's going to end, though, so.
That's fair. So comparing it with weapons, like, I think weapons, the whole thing was like, what caused the kids to run away. Mm-hmm. And don't worry, we're We have yet to see weapons, so we're not going to reveal anything. And I think for him, it's going to be like, how far are we willing to go?
Oh, I see.
Right? Will be the question. And I just feel like the answer is pretty far.
Yeah. I mean, even the trailer, I think, is showing.
Yeah. And I think they released the trailer on or the poster on Wiki is like the first trailer. But they released another trailer, I think, alongside another poster alongside this trailer that had a lot of it had a lot of imagery that led me to believe, because I'm trying not to like completely potentially spoil the plot. So like, potential spoiler alert for him. It has a lot of imagery that seems to suggest that there will be probably a deal with the devil. So like, if that's where we're building to, for him to ultimately make a deal with like a demon to be good at football, did I just predict the entire movie, and will it be worth watching?
I don't know. Is this the poster you're looking at?
No.
This is the first one?
That's the first one.
Well, even in this first poster, it's very much presenting him as like almost like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a Christ figure.
Yeah.
Yep. I noticed that too with the other one has the GOAT quarterback, like with his hands on the new quarterback's shoulders, and the goalposts are behind him.
Oh, I see.
And the way they come out of his head like implies devil horns.
So this movie's really going to be a good versus evil type of...
Like his finger is broken, and it's like... So that's my only fear with him up to this point is like, do we know too much? Versus, does the general audience care that maybe the trailers are easy to guess? But we have yet to see it. Like I said, Jordan Peele is on, and I feel like Jordan Peele is very good at doing
yeah, I feel like
twists.
Yeah, I feel like what this movie is gonna try to bring is shock value, and probably have like the audience trying to relate with, like, would they have gone that far with each like layer of stakes?
Yep. So, I don't know. I think it's an interesting concept. I've been hooked. I've quite literally been hooked since the opening teaser trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Like I've been on board with this movie.
It's another sport-related movie. Ping pong, football.
Yeah. Is there a theme to our 3 trailers today? The answer is no, because
Some could say the next one has sport.
does it?
It's a hobby.
It is a hobby. Is it a sport? I don't know. So, moving on from him, the last one we want to talk about. Oh, I should mention, him is releasing in theaters September 19th, 2025. And just like Marty Supreme, we will be covering that one on the pod. Final one that we saw. There were a lot of movie trailers this week, but we picked these 3 specifically because we will be covering them on the podcast. The next one we saw was which is also the one that came out the latest time from now. This came out a week ago. The trailer for the Thursday Murder Club was released.
Is a Netflix film.
It is a Netflix film.
Based off of books.
I wonder if they have plans to do the whole series here, or if they're just going to do this first one.
I think they do. Anyways, this movie seems to follow some retirees who, as much of the world nowadays, honestly, seems to be like, into true crime. But they take it a little further than just like a TikTok sleuth. They're really out here trying to solve these murders.
Yeah, so they typically look at cold cases, but in this particular movie, which is based on a book, there's a real murder that they try to solve.
I gotta say, this cast list is pretty stacked.
Stellar. List some names.
Helen Mirren, Pierce Bronson, Ben Kingsley, Celia Emery, David Tennant. Those are probably the biggest ones.
Yep.
If you've seen Mobland on Amazon Prime, the main husband and wife are also going to be main characters in this movie. It's based off of those names. It's a British movie.
What do I want to say about this movie? I really like this trailer. I think the vibes are a very important thing in a trailer, I think. And I think the vibes in this one are pretty fun. The music feels like a Knives Out sort of feel.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Which has to be intentional because
Yes.
Knives Out is such a good murder mystery movie.
But I was thinking maybe it'll have a little more humor, considering like it's all retirees. Like I feel like it's setting up
Yes.
for that.
I bet it will. I'm in the process of reading the book, so I don't want to say too much about the plot. But the cast is what has me most excited, I think, for this movie. The fact that it's on Netflix is a little concerning to me.
Hey, K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix.
Yep, that it is. And maybe I wonder if a movie is the best way to do the story.
Oh, you think it should be a TV series?
Maybe. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Do we have a runtime attached to this yet? It
Yes.
comes out in a couple months.
An hour and 58 minutes, so solid movie.
2 hours. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential here, and probably a potential for a whole series, if we're being honest.
I think it maybe will turn in sort of like a Knives Out, Glass Onion, like
Yeah,
type of situation.
it could. Especially since Glass Onion is the last, or not Glass Onion, Wake Up Dead Man is the last one on Rian Johnson's contract with Netflix.
That makes so much sense. So like just setting up their next
Yeah.
whodunit.
And then
type
we
of
can just do this for like
series.
5 years. Not saying Rian Johnson won't write more, but
Right.
as far as his partnership with Netflix, it ends after Wake Up Dead Man. So this could be their next murder mystery series. I believe there's 5 books currently.
Yes.
So we can have solid 5 movies out of that.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. Another movie where once it comes out, you guys should go watch it right away. Don't have to go to the theaters, and we'll be talking about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think when it comes to the trailer, I was most excited for the music part. Because I just think like that helps with the vibe, and I hope they keep that vibe going.
Yeah.
I don't want there to be like pop music playing as they're solving their crimes. I think it would be fun if,
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the British comedy.
So that releases August 28th, 2025.
Yeah.
So
right
at the time of recording, it's 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Sweet. So those were the main 3 trailers we want to talk about. Like I said, tons of trailers released in the past week. There's always trailers releasing for movies, and sometimes there's some movies that we as the public never get to see. But these three are definitely releasing, probably around the world. So there you have our breakdowns, our excitement levels coming up. Please let us know in the comments down below, which of these three movies are you most looking forward to as the year progresses. Feel free to leave your comments about K-Pop Demon Hunters as well. Thank you very much for joining in on this week's episode of Post Credits Commentary. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a good night.
Bye.